down with your broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Okay, next.
A bullshit.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
So coming in singing. Yes, yes, yes. You know what we'll do? Let me get my double self off the screen. What we'll do? Hold on. Let me get my life together, y'all. We'll shut shit down. Blessings, blessings. Oh, shoot. I was up dancing, y'all, so I got some sweat under my arm. Don't judge me. I came in hot. How y'all doing? Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. I missed you guys. I haven't been on the screen in a while. It was a really busy week last week. Henyard had the algorithm going. The block was hot. Okay, so today we are following up. We're going to do like a semi-deep dive. We're going to be doing a compare and contrast, because I want to back up some of the things that I have been saying. I know I go against the tide. You know, Grace Levi go against the tide, and I have, stated, that I'm not totally happy with what I saw with the caucus. And, looking at it from a legal perspective, from what we already read, it seems like things wasn't done correctly. So what we're going to do is, one, we're going to do a little flashback of what's going on. Then we're going to jump into the caucus. A few of the things that I want to highlight that I feel is, that was violated, the process that was not. So she's already shooting a call at Trump. Mind you, she already got connections, because if if something's supposed to be happening, it has to happen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm praying it's gonna happen, but let me take the whole class to shut the hell up.
So yes, Trump did win, and congratulations again. This is me saying it publicly to our new president of the United States. Just like Trump, I'm gonna come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that. Remember this moment when I landslide, they come in for the victory, like I always do.
Here we go. So let's see how we're gonna compare and contrast her to Trump.
Happening tonight, the drama continues in Dalton, where the mayor's controversial choice for top cop is on his way out. NBC5's Regina Waldrop was at tonight's meeting.
All right, we're not gonna replay that. That just kind of went on the screen. So you heard her talking stuff, and how she said, just like Trump, she's trying to call her destiny. She's trying to call it destiny in. Now let's get to our next article. We're gonna do a little flashback. We want you guys, and this is gonna be no bashing to our new president-elect, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell the truth. Look at Tiffany, Tiff Trump. Okay, but we're gonna put our hold on one second. Do I got his picture? Trumpster. Hold on. I'll put Trump on the screen. I'll probably send the picture over to myself. All right. That y'all like my picture that I put together? Don't that look nice? Now, I want you guys to remember this, because just as controversial Tiffany is and messed up she is, hopefully this is not a turning point for her, because the election fraud thing was a turning point for Trump. That's when people really started identifying with him. When they started charging him with all of these charges and he started beating these shits, we're going to show you. People started empathizing with him and seeing the unjust system. And the Democrats started fucking losing because you were going too far. You're supposed to do things a little bit honorably, and that's real. You guys put Trump in there, the behaviors and what you did. This is Trump. Central Park 5. And now we got a whole bunch of black people who have amnesia that this is him and this is what he did. And he never conceded on this. To this day, he says that these motherfuckers guilty and they suing him. The Central Park 5 are suing Trump over Philly debate comment. So they should have been suing him prior because he was the one that ran an article on them at the time that this happened and said that they were animals, they were this, they did that. He spent a good amount of money, his private money in New York to help prosecute these guys through the news. Okay. Members of the Central Park 5, also called the Exonerated 5, are suing former President Trump for defamation over comments he made during the last month's presidential debate. According to the lawsuit filed in the federal court on Monday, the 5, and this is Yusef, Raymond, Kevin, Antron, formerly Antron McCray, Corey, were wrongfully convicted in 1989 of a brutal assault of a New York driver, a jogger in Central Park. They were just teens. They were teenagers. But you know we're predators. We're black predators. Mm-hmm. They were teenagers then and ultimately spent years in prison for crimes they did not commit before being exonerated by DNA and a confession of the convicted artist and the MS. Okay, okay, so we know who did it, and on top of that, Trump still come out and do this. But during the September debate at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia, Trump said that at the time the teenagers admitted they said they pleaded guilty, and I said, well, if they plead guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed the person ultimately. The victim in the case is still alive and dealing with lingering health effects from her attack. The 5 never plead guilty for crimes they were charged with. So he's still sticking beside it. That's why you know what? I'm not confused why black people voted for him, because the system is totally tore up. So either they was going to go with the Democrats that was bringing all of this LGBTQ things, men in the bathroom, basically lying about the programs that they said they were going to do, money never trickling down to the people. You know what I'm saying? What else are the Democrats doing? The LGBT thing definitely was coming in really hard. And just all of these other weird stuff. You know, like just weird. And literally got Trump in there. So, but this man right here, even to now, he don't admit that these young 5 men were not guilty. But nobody remembers that. You know why? Because he created a point of, how can I say? You remember I told you when people trauma bond? He created a point of trauma bonding with the people and say, hey, I'm just like you. They are coming after me, fake fraud and charges. They taking away your votes, election fraud. We're on the same page. That's what Tiffany doing. She mind fucking people. I know what y'all saying, but y'all gave it a room. Okay, so let's listen to this thing just so y'all can remember Trump 5 years ago and what he said, because people don't remember this. Because I said something, someone was like, did that happen? I said, hell yeah. Nobody talks about this. This took a little minute for me even to find it, because I had to find it directly with the search engine with the words. When you pull up different stuff, good stuff about Trump. This don't come up. But because I know it happened, I was able to find it.
Maybe hate is what we need if we're going to get something done.
I felt like they might take us to the back of the precinct and kill us.
My little sweaty self.
This is a hugely important story. I wish I could tell you it was unique, that 5 Black and Hispanic boys were arrested for a crime they didn't do and sent away for a crime they didn't do. But unfortunately, it's all too common in the United States. And so the Central Park 5 has to be emblematic for a lot of other people whose stories aren't told.
Do y'all remember the Central Park? Do y'all want to watch this whole thing? Because this is what happened. And he still vehemently feels like these people did it, and he don't care. And this is a Tiffany Henyard, and nobody hears this. Nobody hears this. That's what I'm saying. People have selective hearing. We got to hear everything. Y'all identify with this. Oh, that could be your son. That could be your son. But also what happened to Tiffany could be your son and daughter years down the line. Wrong is wrong, y'all.
There was a orange-haired real estate developer in New York at the time of the Central Park jogger case who took out full-page ads in all the daily newspapers asking for the return of the death penalty and more police.
Of course I hate these people. And let's all hate these people, because maybe hate is what we need if we're going to get something done.
And he believed that these children should be executed, even though, of course, even the return of the death penalty would disqualify the execution of children. It was horrific then. It's horrific to hear it now.
And it's more than anger, it's hatred. And I want society to hate him.
After 7 years in prison, the man was exonerated. So basically, Trump poisoned the mind of people, and he wanted these people dead. And to this day, he don't rescind it. But nobody remembers because he trauma bond with everyone. Do y'all see why I say they created a monster and gave Tiffany ammunition? So after that, you got Trump right now. Now, years later, look where we at. Let's start the Trump legacy, because there's just a few things we're going to highlight, because he's still living dangerously and crooked. He wanted to dismantle half of the system right now. Y'all don't realize what the hell about to happen. My people like, they going to get what they get. Either way, we was fucking screwed. But he's going to dismantle the federal public school, federal board education. Yeah. Stop the fundings coming from the federal government down into the states and the counties, when we already tax out the kazoo and barely have money to even have adequate books and educational system now. That's just one thing. Y'all know I'm really funny about that, because I bring that up a lot. That's why I pull my kids out of school and I homeschooled them. Yep. I got one in the university and one in the technical school to this day, because I know that system right there a little messed up. That's all I'm saying. But this is where we at. He did that. He did other things. Trump was doing other things. Before we go to this election thing, let's move this real quick. I'm getting beside myself. Let's get to this. Do you remember when we were exposed? I'm going to show you. Look at this. Because this nigga was on the list and not the DJ list. But nobody want to admit this. Nobody want to admit this. Sorry, my stomach itch. Oh, I'm glad I'm not. I'm all itching my stomach. Nobody want to. Everybody forgot about this. He done got himself off the list. It's called connections.
Developing now is the unsealing of documents from a lawsuit involving convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The first batch contained 40 separate documents. It names more than 150 associates of the disgraced financier. Today, New York's Romney Smith live in our newsroom with a closer look, Romney, as these documents come out.
They do. And you know what? There are some really big names being revealed. We're getting a little more insight into their connection to the late billionaire and convicted sex offender named Jeffrey Epstein. Keep in mind, there are sections that are still redacted because one of the victims may have been as young as 13 at the time of the alleged crimes. Now, some of these big names include, in the new documents, include former presidents Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, magician David Copperfield, and England's Prince Andrew. Now, even though we have video of former President Trump partying with Epstein, seen here, keep in mind none of these high-profile people named in the newly released documents face any charges of wrongdoing. However, we do know that flight records confirm former President Bill Clinton flew on the billionaire's plane several times. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's girlfriend, who is currently serving jail time for trafficking young girls with and for him, says Clinton likely had a meal on Epstein's plane, but denies he visited his infamous private island. Clinton has denied speaking to Epstein in more than a decade and denies knowledge of any criminal acts. Now, in these newly released documents, there are numerous references to massaging of Epstein by young girls. Back in 2019, NBC's Savannah Guthrie interviewed one of Epstein's accusers who discussed why she came forward and why it's not just about Epstein.
Justice now is holding accountable the perpetrators that helped him and participated with him.
All right, so we know we've told you there are a lot of high-profile people involved, like magician David Copperfield. Well, there are even more names, like lawyer Alan Dershowitz and the late New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson. None of them have been charged with the crime, and NBC is waiting to hear back from the representatives. By the way, Michael, this is not necessarily it. Right now, NBC News is still reviewing dozens of exhibits containing hundreds of pages, so we'll have more if anything else newsworthy is revealed.
And I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to never hear nobody talk about
is a stock
conspiracy in my life. I don't want to hear y'all talk about I like conspiracy, bitch. I am, because years ago I said that these public officials are sex trafficking kids allegedly, and that Epstein Island is literally doing stealing kids from Haiti. Okay, I was saying this because guess what? My people's in Haiti. We literally experienced it. But when we say things like that, people don't want to listen. Oh, it's just too far fetched. Grow the up and take your head out of the sand. It is happening. And these people are connected to a deep corruption that you don't even want to know. If it don't apply to me, I have nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, until it's your kid, and then you're gonna want somebody, or is it your ass? Oh, they taking grown people too. They taking old people too. Let you look too good. They're gonna snatch your, he gonna grab them by the, let's put what Trump said he gonna do. What you gonna say he gonna do? Hold on. Grab him by the pussy? That's what he said? And that was literally during his campaign that came up, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. You see what I'm saying? It was just controversy, more controversy. Y'all, they gave y'all so much controversy that y'all couldn't even digest it. Y'all had to pick and choose what you was gonna pay attention to. You need to pay attention to the right stuff. There we go. I'm gonna make y'all know who we got in office. This ain't good. I know it ain't good, but it's definitely better than what the Democrats. I'm gonna say it's definitely better than what the Democrats are doing. I mean, I can't deal with me losing my land and inflation and all this money going to people who have not worked to come into the country. I don't care about being a nice neighbor. If my family had to come in hardcore, do they lotto tickets, do shit the right way, and work for years to get their actual citizenship, then everybody gotta do it. And I'm not the only second generation here. I'm a first generation in America because I was born here from other countries, and people who came over that feel the same way. Flooding a country with people who don't like us. Dangerous. So either way, we were screwed. But I'm just letting y'all know right here, this is who we got in office, grabbing by the pootie tang. Trump. Okay? And everybody forgot about this.
Moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it. Whoa. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
That's huge news, Sarah.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss.
The hell is wrong with this guy?
I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the pussy.
I'm gonna stop right there. But that's ignored. And I can understand why, like I said, why people were stressed and all this stuff. But guess what? We let this go too far. We didn't get our elected officials in check. We didn't get our standards and our moralities in check. So pick and choose, pick and choose. That's why I can't be mad that he in the office. And that's, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna just shut up. So this is remarkably similar. You got Trump who went in and Trump, he launched his presidential campaign in 2015. We're just going to get a little short clip of that, and we're going to show you what happened at the end of that campaign. That's going to sound like the same thing Tiffany doing. The same damn thing. I'm not going nowhere. That's going to be our next clip. Let's play. Don't tell me I'm tripping. I look at patterns and behaviors. I said, this is too similar. This is scary. It's looking like she may come in and win if we don't get our shit together. Point blank, period. Oh no, we're not about to do that. There you go. So this is when he launched his presidential election. And if y'all don't know, that just being on my conspiracy mindset, y'all remember the Simpsons clip that showed that guy coming down the elevator looking like Trump, same signs? Go ahead, fuck around, find out. Y'all saw that clip on TikTok. If you ain't see it, pull it up. Simpsons clip, Trump announced election, and you're gonna see that they did it. I don't know, because I used to watch Simpsons a lot as a kid, but as a kid, you don't really pay attention to that stuff. But just gotta throw that out there. It just made me think about the clip because that was the exact clip that the conspiracy theorist was like, it was a prediction. I just had to throw that out there. So throughout his election, let me just give you a heads up of what ended up started happening. They started wiping the slate clean. Social media misinformation erroneously links Trump with Epstein newly released grand jury. It's just wrong. There's no way. But we got pictures. Literally, it was a billboard in Atlanta of Trump and Epstein together at the party. They be trolling out here in Atlanta, okay? Trolling.
So the connection between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein isn't new news. Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years, even stating that Epstein, quote, likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. In 2021, as part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, it was revealed that Donald Trump lied about riding on Epstein's plane. He actually flew on it 7 times, but the flight logs do not include the ages of the passengers. Trump and Epstein were sued by a woman who went by the pseudonym Katie Johnson. Johnson alleged that Trump raped her at a party inside Epstein's New York home. But that case ended up getting dismissed by a federal judge, and then she herself dropped the lawsuit 2 more times, all in the span of 2016. And then there was another woman. Her name was Sarah Ransom. She claimed in 2016 that Trump, Bill Clinton, and others were involved in Epstein's sex trafficking scheme, but she ended up recanting those allegations 3 years later in 2019. But there's new misleading claims about Trump and Epstein, and they're circulating on social media after the Palm Beach County grand jury records from 2006 were unsealed. In the nearly 200 pages of grand jury testimony, though, Donald Trump isn't mentioned one time. So what's the real?
Yeah, because guess what? He president now. Okay? Now everything is clean. I see your comment. You say, is it a stretch? Can you see? Can you see? Mr. Orwell, 1984. Can you see the connections? I'm not overreacting. It's cognitive. There's a cognitive dissonance between people. They're gonna forget. They're gonna forget what Tiffany did because of the dishonor of the Democrats. Am I tripping? Now, make your comment now. I'm making the argument. I'm bringing down the facts. Literally, you gotta think from a psychological standpoint, from a system standpoint, from a point of reference where you're seeing patterns. It's not just one single case and isolate. That's why people do this. And then guess what? Bad behavior is accepted and picked and choose what's right for the second. It was okay for Napoleon to do all of that. Okay, so throughout his election now we separating him. He got nothing to do with that. He's not that type of man. Trump is even said this. Well, we're gonna tell you what he said in his new election. But this was the end of 2020, and this is why. Don't this sound familiar? I mean, that's why I'm getting deja vu. Like, the hell is going on here? Trump refused to concede in 2020 after he had his term. That don't sound like this person right here. I'm about to put on the. That don't sound like. Let's listen. You're creating a monster. You're creating a fucking monster. Look at her, pretty, ain't she? This picture look prettier than this one, though. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all can't even say that picture. I did Tiffany some justice because they be trying to do her dirty. Look, that Trump picture even look better than that one and that one. Come on, tell me I ain't doing right there. She look all pretty tang. All right, let's play this real quick to highlight that this look remarkably similar to what Henyard is doing.
This extraordinary moment in time. He is taking office against the backdrop of a country that is so sharply divided, and when he has yet to concede the 2020 election, which he lost.
Sir, I don't have to tell you this because you've talked about it. It comes at a time when the country is deeply divided. And now you're going to be leading this country for the next 4 years. For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No. Why would I do that? But let me just tell you, when you say the country is deeply divided, I'm not the president. Joe Biden's the president.
But you're going to be the president.
No. I'm not the president. So when you say it's deeply divided, I agree. But Biden's the president. I'm not. And he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent, me.
Let's stop. Don't it sound like a Tiffany Henyard rant? Sounded like familiar. Yeah, this is a stretch comparison. This is a stretch. No way Tiffany, what's going on with her is like Trump. No way. Moving forward, here you go. This is another comparison. What she say? What Tiffany say? What does she say? I'ma love you no matter what. I'ma love y'all no matter what. Let's put this on the screen. What Trump said to the women's most recently after those comments. And taking away their rights. I don't promote abortions, but as a medical health profession, I know the importance of medical necessity of abortions and seeing these women die because doctors are scared to move forward and do things that they're supposed to do to save their lives. That's unacceptable. Okay? But he said, this is what Trump said, I will protect you. You like it or not. You're going to do what I say. Fuck around, found out.
4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. So why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said.
Why? Ridiculous. I gotta laugh at him. You gotta laugh at him.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
All right. So you heard it. You heard it. That don't sound familiar? And the grounds that he's running on is all of the bad things that the Dems did, the Democrats. And that's what Tiffany trying to do. Now, I'm waiting for the receipts. About she got receipts. We still waiting. But I think her receipts run so damn deep that it's going to take down the whole motherfucking state. Excuse my language. That's what I really think. That's why she holding off. Okay? Today years old, not today, but this is September 11, 2024. Just to let you know that we're just going to show you what Trump is still doing and what's going on with his indictments. Stretch. At least Tiffany didn't get indicted, so it is a stretch. How about that? Let's play this. As Trump, one of his business, pollutes Chicago. And it still turned red. Didn't Chicago turn red? Why? Why is that? Because people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. and they say, well, we're going to have to choose the greater evil, whatever one's the best.
And in violation of Illinois law, a Cook County judge says this stems from their water intake for their HVAC system that has led to thousands of fish dying.
Elizabeth Matthews downtown with the judge's ruling. Elizabeth.
Our Chicago River is iconic. The health of the river has been improving greatly over the past 2 decades or so. But some environmental groups and now a Cook County judge say the Trump Tower has been hurting the river and wildlife for years.
We do know that thousands and thousands of fish and other aquatic organisms would have died from the system.
Margaret Frisbee is the executive director of Friends of the Chicago River. They say the Trump Tower has for years violated the Clean Water Act and the Illinois Environmental Protection Act. Buildings along the Chicago River use the water to cool down heating and cooling systems. Trump Tower is capable of pulling in more than 20 million gallons of water per day. But Frisbee explains buildings have to be careful on their water intake.
If you don't have the proper technologies at the interface with the river where you're drawing the water in, you can actually trap and pull into the system the fish and other aquatic life that end up in the system, or they actually get sucked and stuck on the screens. And so you kill the wildlife that gets drawn in.
The 2018 lawsuit states that the tower operated without a proper state environmental permit and continued to underreport heated water discharge levels. This week, a judge says Trump Tower has created and continues to create a public nuisance in violation of Illinois law. Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul wrote in a statement, quote, "All entities, no matter who they are, must be held accountable when they willfully disregard our laws."
And it also will demonstrate to other people you can't get away with this, not in the Chicago area, because we're watching.
And we're going to stop right there. And he's elected. Then Chicago turn red. That's all I'm saying. Because after a while, people are going to identify, they trauma bond with this guy. Even after he's still disintegrating stuff in their own town. Okay? Let me just get to your comments. I want to say thank you for joining us today. Martin. Mary Avant is going to get Thornton Township trustee's position because she is on Napoleon Valley. If he come in, yep, she gonna roll right on in with him. And I don't have too much to say about Mary Avant. You know, at the end of the day, she played a strong fight in fighting in Dalton. People have made, you know, some comments about her history. So I do feel like, you know, y'all go research that, take that in consideration. If y'all have any questions for her, definitely question her. You know, and I'm real. So I'm glad that she did get nominated because she has been fighting actively for the residents, playing a major role in what's going on. But everybody gets questioned. Yep. Okay. And this says, okay, phony violated campaign finance laws by using them government vehicles to shut in her constituents. So this is you're talking about Henyard, but this what I want to talk about too. They got this off. That's why I was saying that night, a technicality, and the judge will run with it. Those vans are used to shuttle the seniors all the time, and they have evidence of people saying that I wasn't with Tiffany, I'm just trying to get a ride, things like that. Like even you heard the I'm trying to categorize her right, but the mayor that's running for mayor of Dalton, Miss Jordan, that stated people had her shirt on and said, "I'm not voting for her. I'm just trying to get in this." You know what I'm saying? So those things can be used actually in a court of law to prove that the vans were used how they're always used, to shuttle the seniors to events, and that's real. You see what I'm saying? It's a technicality. Because me, when I look at court, I'm looking for the little technicalities. I can't find nothing. But I'm not only looking at my technicalities, I'm looking at what my opponent technicalities could be. Does that make sense? So this is how I was looking like, damn, all right, that is unlawful. Because I was like, isn't it unlawful? Isn't it unlawful? But they could spin it. It's all about presentation and representation in court. I have lawyers that throw stuff and just, y'all saw the whole YSL case. They was just throwing stuff together. Them people was doing separate crimes. They done put different crimes together and seeing what stick. That's what lawyers do. You see what I'm saying? Oh, that was great for you to say, because that was something that I wanted to bring up as well, because I kept saying that's illegal, and it is. But the technically way he could explain his way out of there with proof, because Keith ain't no damn dummy, is that they created a monster. They like to fight. She's talking about they gladiators. Clean house talk about cleaning a house with mop and brooms. I'm sorry. They talking about we gladiators. Like, what the? That's a mindset. They better toughen up over there in Clean House 2025. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Okay, and it says, look, just like Trump. Thank you for bringing that up. It's not far-fetched. Trump used National Guards to fly in his constituents. Only argument is going to get shut down for that alone. I don't know if you're talking about her, Henyard, but I just explained how she can explain her way out of that. It's all about how you present it in court. And who did allegedly who got good in with the judge for the moment, because they friends, and most of the time we ain't in the club. Okay, we just paying our money to them. So I know, sound weird. I got clips. I got clips where you heard a lawyer. I had a court a lawyer on this live say, "Girl, we literally file papers just to get your damn money, knowing that you're gonna lose." And then we'll be talking to the prosecutor and the judge, playing around, basically saying, "Yeah, just help me out, give me a little something." They be playing games sometimes. Y'all saw what went on in that riot cell. Our system is out of control, and people sleeping on it because you pick and choose what's going to work for the moment. So if you approve what happened at that caucus, you approve injustice to be done to you. Yes, and that's going in down to that, conspiracy lane, what they call. But I already know. I think he's right back at another Allen, baby. They had to make him disappear because he got a list. He got a list of people. Just like I think Puffy about to disappear. Fuck around. Watch. Because he going to take so many people down with him. They need to at least put the face out there, because it's been revealed that it is child sex trafficking going on, scandals going on between our stars, elites, abuses. They have to have some fall guy. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to make that fall guy disappear, allegedly. So thank you for understanding, because I know I ain't far. I just think. I don't look at things on the surface, because when shit hit the fan, I'm gonna survive. Okay, now let's look at Trump. His right now, what's going on with his indictments? All of these indictments, all of this was happening through his campaign, and he still won. I ain't saying that because I love Trump. I'm saying it because it's the truth. What happened? I'm the person that try to examine, like, what the hell? How did we get here? You should be doing the same thing. That's why this is like, he's like Tiffany. So they have falsifying business record. That's New York case. That's still pending. Well, no, I do apologize. The trial held April to May 2024, found guilty on all counts since his delay. Now he's the president. What's going to happen? Nothing. And I think that case was kind of like bogus, allegedly, because they said that the banks and everybody who did business with him actually said that he paid it back. They was good. So they were saying that the documents was doctored up, and he really didn't have the money or the collateral to get to secure the funds, so it was fraud. But the bank, like, well, he gave out and we got paid. We don't got nothing against him. That's what they. So that's what I was hearing when I was following that, because I pay attention to everything. Next one, mishandling of national security documents. That was dismissed. Attempt to overturn the 2020 election. That was dismissed. November 25th, 2024. That was just dismissed. Racketeering to overturn the 2020 election presidential. And this is in Fulton County. So the one in District of Columbia in Washington was dismissed. We still got Fannie Willis fucking ass trying to make Fulton County something to just take all the money from Fulton County residents so you could go try to be the next Kamala Harris. I don't know what Fannie Willis trying to do, but I promise you, she trying to look at her. Look at her. Oh, she get on my nerves. I'm sorry. This is another black woman that I just can't trust. Oh, big old gums getting on my nerves. All right, let's move forward. If y'all can see the connection, here we go. So we got them in the White House. How did that happen? Because people picked and choose what was right and what was wrong. Okay. Now let me see something. I think I pretty much presented everything I needed to present to you guys. And I'm glad I did it in an hour and a half. Oh my God. No, but let's look at this. A little bit of what has been happening with Tiffany. Just do a little backtrack. So now we have showed you, but it's so much that happened with Tiffany that I can't even go back. I can't just go back. It's so much. Just go down our pages. But let's put this up. There's a few things that I want to show you about Tiffany, and we're gonna get up out of here. She ain't playing. We're gonna show you the gladiator on the floor. We gladiators. Rah! I said, go ahead, Tiffany. Y'all keep playing. Like I told her, I've been in that situation where mean girls and mean motherfuckers surround me and jump me. I came back like a banshee with a bunch of niggas knocking chicks out. I'm just keeping it real. I gotta give Tiffany her shit for her tenacity. She ain't scared. Y'all literally try to intimidate her with a man after y'all did the process wrong. That was okay though. That was okay. It was perfectly fine because it's Tiffany. I'm a human being. There's a point where you got to let God do his thing. But maybe I got too much of a heart. Not saying that I'm going to pick up, help her, none of that. But I'm not going to do anything to put points on my slate when I got to go meet God. Because none of these people around you, your friends, your group, your blah, 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 is going to meet them when you go to the upper room by yourself. You got to repent for your mouth, for your behaviors. Let that brick hit. Go ahead. I don't care. It's me. It's me. It's about me. I hear that so much from Dalton residents. Nastiness. And she's at this. Yo, I told you, I repented because I've been involved in so much controversy and bad biting about this damn woman. I said, when I go to God, he like, was that your place? You could show what she did, but was that your place? Was that the way that you supposed to correct her? And I said to myself, hell no. I know it's wrong, but I'm corny. I'm weird. Right.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some books that SecureYourEnergy.
And Tiffany gets served. I just want to do a flashback.
Northern District of Illinois, Tyron Eisen Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much.
Anytime.
Stop right there. Blow after blow. She's getting the blows. We see it. It's amazing. Blow after blow. But guess what? Tiffany sent her black ass there like, okay, whatever. Dalton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard to run for re-election. Amen. Federal probe. Okay. This don't sound familiar. We just went over Trump. I had to refresh y'all guys' memory because it was far-fetched, right? Far-fetched comparison. But here we go.
She's facing multiple investigations, accused of misusing village funds, but that's not stopping Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for running for re-election.
Our Jermont Terry has been covering this saga for years and is here now with her announcement and the opponents she'll face. Jermont.
Joe and Erica, the election is not until 2025, yet Tiffany Henyard has officially decided she wants to stay as mayor despite the cloud of controversy surrounding her.
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution.
Back in 2021, Tiffany Henyard was sworn in as the mayor of Dalton, the youngest and first Black woman to hold the position. Yet since becoming mayor, she's made headlines in what some would say for all the wrong reasons. After 1 year in office in June 2022, voters recalled her. Yet Henyard fought back in the Illinois Appellate Court throughout recall votes, resulting in this celebratory Henyard at the start of a city council meeting.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Since
They
then,
owe
Dalton
him money.
trustees have been fighting to stop her every move. For 3 years, Henyard's spending has been called into question. Back in April, shaky cell phone video showed 4 plainclothes FBI agents at the Village Hall lobby. Subpoenas later revealed the FBI was looking into Dalton's financial records. It's led to explosive city
That was
meetings where
terrible.
many have called for Henyard to step aside. Yet on social media, Henyard writes, "I'm running for re-election of Mayor of Dalton," adding, "If you support me and my team or would like to volunteer, inbox me." Henyard has plans to stick around despite ongoing probes, orders from judges forbidding her from making any appointments, and possible eviction from her home. And she's done her share of suing too. Last week, she filed suit against 4 board members and the Park District. She accused them of illegally holding meetings outside of Village Hall.
See, she still make me say the B word. I didn't mean to say that. She crazy. She lost her ever-loving mind. Tiffany is, and what she say? That don't sound like Trump. I'm still running. And all of these investigations. Federal subpoena of Thornton Township focus on Tiffany Henyard. Read in full. These are some of the allegations. We're going to put the allegations just like we showed you Trump allegations, okay? Here we go. Shout out to LIENS because they keep us so informed. Let's put these allegations on the screen. All right. This was a May article, 2024, South Holland, Illinois. The United States District of the North District of Illinois issued a subpoena in the late April for a variety of Thornton Township documents, most of which are concerning the business, allies, and decisions of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. May. So we still 6 months down the line and we're waiting. It's okay. We got patience. The subpoena, which are signed in April 2024, compelled Thornton Township custodian of record to appear at the U.S. courthouse in Chicago on May 20th. We have a video about that. We read all of the whole thing. We were so excited. We still waiting because she asked to have more time to submit her papers. But these were the documents that was required we just play back. Hopefully something is happening from there because something made me bring this up. So hopefully we praying because usually when I just bring something up out of the blue, like it did something else happen. So let's pray that we hear something from this. The document requires to be supplied to the grand jury include the following as per subpoena: employment detail contracts and tax statements regarding Rosie Henyard, Tammy Henyard, and Kamal Woods. Doesn't that sound like that put it on a glass, that other representative from the other state? That's why I wanted y'all to pay attention because we probably got some hope, but we just trying to figure out who the hell is blocking. Y'all remember this from the beginning? Her? She's doing the same thing. Now listen to the article because it sounds like the same thing. So we praying. Municipal codes and ordinance related to credit card purchases, vendor approval, expensive reimbursement, security detail, use of vehicles, residency requirements, donations, and more. Financial reports, budgets, account records, receipts, board meeting minutes, vehicle, all that contentiousness and talking so much, baby, they ain't right that. They ain't right that. You might as well watch the video. Them videos be so long, people be arguing. They can't get all of that. The court reporter can't get that. Pay and reimbursement records for Tiffany Henyard, Keith Freeman, the whistleblower. Government staff advisor, Fania Dukes, Carmen Carlis, Gerald Jones, Stan Brown, Kamal Woods, Cheryl. I don't know who that is. I'm not paying no mind to her. We'll figure out who that is. Records related to bids, contracts, invoice, etc. for a variety of printing companies, including Aldalco Printing and on-demand printing. This includes invoices. They put the number up there. Contract agreements. Just so much. I can just keep reading. I keep reading. It says communication records for Tiffany Henyard, Keith Freeman, Robert Hunt, and Kamal Woods. Records, agreements, tax statements, invoice, receipts, and other documents regarding Tiffany Henyard, Good Burger, Aisha's property, fake ass business owner. She don't sound like Trump. Y'all know that people was complaining about. That was something I was supposed to bring up. I knew was one more thing where his contractors was complaining that if he didn't like the job, he wasn't paying them. He'll find anything, and literally billion-dollar contracts he wasn't paying. Huh? You forgot? Sound about familiar. Regarding Tiffany Henyard, Good Burger, Aisha Property, Friends of Tiffany Henyard, and Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. So remember this. This is an indictment. We went over that. I just want to flash back and do a compare and contrast because, it's far-fetched. Y'all not creating a monster. We are giving now. She doing incentives. Just like Trump tried to do incentives. I don't know what's his incentive because I stopped paying attention to him. But he was trying to do incentives. But he did. He actually, I'm going to be honest, he did. This is how he won the black people over. He gave them indefinite funding for the historical black colleges. What happened was that it was a revolving bill that needed to be approved from like every 4 years, 5 years of the funding. He made it indefinite, and then Biden came in and cut that shit. So that's how he got people. That's how he got the black people. He was pardoning criminals. He pardoned one of the biggest drug dealers that came from Cuba, and a Russian spy or some shit. He pardoned a few big ass criminals. Look around, find out. Let's play this. This Tiffany.
Once again, a Thornton Township meeting cut short tonight, but Supervisor Tiffany Henyard and the board she's battling did get some business done.
WGN's Jenna Barnes in South Holland tonight, joining us with more. Jenna?
Yeah, Ray and Micah, tonight was a special board meeting because business has not gotten done at 2 previous meetings. So that's some progress there. But this meeting was not without its fair share of tension. That started with Supervisor Henyard not allowing one of the trustees to call into the meeting by phone. And it ended with another trustee walking out.
She do the same thing that got done to her.
No one, and I repeat, no one can run circles around me when it comes to public service.
Another showdown in Thornton Township after the 2 present trustees and Supervisor Tiffany Henyard agreed to pay township bills and cover employees' insurance. Trustee Chris Gonzalez moved to cut the meeting short.
I'd like to make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
We here to handle the business, not let the business handle us. That's what we are elected to do, sir. So please, let's continue.
Gonzalez left. That meant for the 3rd time in a row, there was no quorum. The meeting was over minutes after it started.
Look at Gonzalez.
The bills are paid. The employees will have their insurance.
The next items on the agenda included employee bonuses and a 100% tax refund for all homeowners.
We're giving away $2.2 million to the residents of Thornton Township.
Plans Gonzalez says Henyard has shared little about, and that's why he walked out.
Not word one, it says 100%, 100% of one, 100% to who? I mean, that could be a lot of different things. What's the administrative costs? When's it going to start? When's it going to end? Just literally nothing.
As Henyard battles her board, she's also fighting eviction. She and her boyfriend are accused of not paying rent.
Let's start right here because we got 2 more clips to show you, 3-minute clips, because we're going to start wrapping up this live. I want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for being with us. So I hope you guys kind of see what I was trying to present to you guys. And it's more so to help people build a more humane moral compass, because I think people don't understand that word, what a moral compass is and how it can affect your sight. And it can affect you, in the future by your sight, meaning basically what you see, how you react to things. And now you're not reacting properly. And then later on, you become screwed. This is what this whole broadcast is showing you. And this is for the people. And literally, I notice every time I make things that people don't like because they in their feelings, my numbers go down. But I don't care. I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you the substance you need to survive, to thrive. I ain't going to give you candy so you can get fat, get diabetes, and die. I'm going to give you some fruits, some vegetables, some vitamins, minerals to help your critical think. That's what you're going to get here. So if you like me and you love Grace Levi because I bring something different, hit the like button, because that's all you're going to get from me. So Tiffany Henyard right now, just to close off, Thornton Township is, okay, this is what I wanted to say too. Why haven't nobody actually contest Henyard for going for mayor? She has her bid in. Why hasn't nobody contest her? I asked this. Why not? What's going on? Other candidates are contested. Why hasn't nobody contest her? So these are the questions that I'm asking. It's dead serious. What's going on here? The powers in the people. Jump on it. I have gave y'all so much credit. Y'all did so much good work. The things that's going on right now in Thornton and Dalton with the police chief, and you guys about to in Thornton pick y'all trustees. Y'all making leeway. But I do think y'all need to kind of like focus on knocking this girl out the box a little bit more, but doing it honorably. How about that? You know what I'm saying? We could do it honorably and make the system work for us, so we don't create a president that's literally going to knock us out the box in the future. So I think I presented enough. I don't even have to show the last few clips, because I think the last few clips is just talking about.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.